Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to another fabulous CB and the Boys radio show. We have got a fabulous hot show tonight with some fire hot topics you don't want to miss. So just sit back and relax and buckle up. It's going to be a thrilling ride on CB and the Boys. So, see you in. George, roll it.
CB Booker, George, Record Boy Homie, Roger Hawkins, Mimi Acosta. Let's go! CB and the Boys, Midweek Motivator. Come on, gather around, get to 411, and let's talk about it.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to CB and the Boys. I'm CB, your hostess with the mostess. And we got the fabulous crew in the building. The fabulous Miss Mimi Acosta. What's up, Mimi?
What's up?
And Roger, Mr. Universe himself. Hawkins, yeah. What's up, Roger?
I got a little bit of, hey, the way you did. I can't, my voice can't get that high. What's up? What's been good, people?
And George, Mr. Parker Boy, fast man himself. What is up, George?
What it do?
What it did. And don't tell nobody.
I don't know, but when we came back from intro, you was doing something that was kind of scary.
What's good, people? What's good?
I was working it out.
Yeah.
Either that or having a seizure, one or the other.
Hey, nobody there to get you.
Okay. Uh-oh. JJ's the first one in the house tonight. What's up, JJ?
Hello.
JJ, welcome to the building.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
She said, hola, ¿cómo está? That's my jam.
Shalom. Allah, assalamu alaikum. Konnichiwa. Annyeonghaseyo. For everyone here internationally.
Chicken fried rice.
Bonjour. Shalom.
We have literally been on the air for 3 minutes, and she's already going to timeout. That's got to be a timeout record.
Come on, man. He said 3 seconds. That is bad. That's hilarious. What's been going on? 2 months.
Thank you, love.
You've been everywhere. What's the deal?
It's called happy water. Makes you happy.
No.
What? Oh, speaking of happy water, come get the 411. And it's Mimi's drink special. Mimi, let them know what you're sipping on.
What it is.
Guys, your girl is having coconut, rum, and orange juice. And why does this taste like gin and orange juice? It is so freaking good. So,
why does it match your hat and your microphone?
Right.
It does. Living a life like it's golden. Living a life like
Coordinate.
it's golden.
I am.
Is that what we doing?
I am living my life like it's golden. And that right there is absolutely awesome. I'm trying to keep it kosher on the Wednesdays because I can't do too much harsh stuff too quick. But check this out. So I don't know if you guys know who Johnny Thomas Jr. is, but he currently working with Rick Ross and currently working with everybody, but he's got this awesome freaking energy drink that's called Rap Star Energy Drink. And we were at an event last week. I didn't get to taste it. I ordered my own. I got it. I had one yesterday. I'm gonna tell you guys something about energy drinks because I've never really been into them because I just don't, because it's like I'm already hyper. I start drinking that type of stuff, I'll just go through the roof. That stuff is freaking amazing if you really want a nice little boost. My boost lasted for a long time because I'm not used to energy drinks and all the good stuff in it that makes you just
caffeine.
yeah,
What's the caffeine content?
So
How many
that's the
milligrams?
thing. You're gonna come with that. I know you was gonna come with that
You
type
knew I
of
was.
that type of thing right there. And I don't see the caffeine content in it.
I'll let you look at it. It's on there. I'll let you look it up.
Then what's the crack content?
Right. Right.
Look, there's some good shit in it, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep it moving. Okay. So Kaz, I love you. Okay. I got my drink on. Yeah. And I'm not gonna have any tonight because I won't go to sleep. But I'm gonna get my drink on. So what you guys drinking? Let's go.
Water, agua, fresca. Yeah. It's very delicious.
That's Roger. Like 6 weeks in a row.
I know, Roger.
Right.
And tell me that something is happening, okay, while you're on this whole little
water diet.
Month of water diet.
I mean, yeah, you know, ain't nothing wrong with fleshy. I'm gonna keep it kosher today. I'm going with the orange bag today.
Okay.
Oh, peach crown.
Yeah, I'm gonna go peach today. I'm sippy.
I like the peach crown. Go ahead, George. I know you got something over there.
Oh, well, you know, of course, I got my, like CB, my high quality H2O.
Yeah. I mean, I love H2O too, but it can't be the only thing. I got lemon in mine.
Oh, no, it's not. You know, I got to have a refreshing Coca-Cola.
Have a Coke and a smile.
What kind of yak?
Yeah, so, well, I got a chaser. For my Coke. And this,
don't chase it. Just you're too old to be chasing stuff.
I'm gonna polish off. I'm gonna polish off the bottle from Mexico tonight.
Mexico.
That tequila I got from Mexico.
He's got a corner left.
Mexico.
When I went to Mexico,
right. He got a corner.
When we
created a whole new word. Mexico.
When we went to Cabo.
Cabo San Lucas.
Yeah.
Cheers. I love it. JJ, I know you're over there drinking something, Mama. Tell me something. Some juice, some water, something.
Not go to your room.
Love it. Yes. Yeah. Shot for us.
So see, look, it's been weeks. I feel like I ain't seen y'all in 17 years. I know you got something cooking over there.
Did you have it?
Okay, so it's a whole lot cooking. So there's all kinds of shit going on in the 411. Because you guys already know. And I just didn't want to bring everything up. But this video that my sister sent in earlier has made it to the top of the list. And I know that, oh, you got some lemonade over there, JJ? That's what's up, baby.
Is it vodka in there?
Well, I got some lemon in my water. So,
okay. Truly lemonade. Okay, that's a little more different. That's alcoholic lemonade.
Truly lemonade. Ah.
Yeah, it's seltzer. It's like lemonade, seltzer, alcohol. Mm-hmm. It's grown-up lemonade. That's a little more different. I can get with that.
Right.
Cool.
Oh, a little more different.
You can stay.
Yes. Okay, guys. So let's talk about this girlfriend that is treating her boyfriend son a little different.
Oh, yeah. I finally saw that.
And it's like, you know, if you love your boyfriend, you should love his son. And I think we should talk about it. So, George, go ahead and roll it if you got that video, honey, so we can see what the hell really transpired.
Yes.
Somebody told me to look at this. Come on.
Yeah? Why my son? What do you mean why I got the camera in your face? Why do my son keep coming to me telling me that you treat him different than the rest of the kids?
Because he is different than the rest of the kids.
How?
He's my son.
Because he's not your son, but he's my son.
Right.
So you should be treating him like your son too.
No, he's not my son. He does not belong to me. It's your responsibility to take care of your son. I don't expect for my kid. There's nobody taking care of my kids other than me. Talking about they're your kids. So yes, you take care of our kids together, and you take care of your son.
But you don't take care of my son. You don't treat my son like he family, like he part of our family.
He I mean, he don't go without.
He be here. He live here. He go with his mother occasionally. What are you talking about?
Okay, but he's also not my son. Like, what do you want me to do? That's not my child. You want me to sit around and treat him the exact same as I treat my children? He's not my child. He's gonna feel different.
He shouldn't feel different.
I'm not his mother.
should feel at home when he come to their house.
I'm not his mother. I'm not about to do this with you.
You're not his mother, but you my girl at the end of the day.
Right.
So you're supposed to be treating my son accordingly.
You act like I be knocking the Lord or something. I don't be doing nothing to him.
You don't gotta knock him upside his head for him. You might as well be doing that, not giving him candy and making him feel different than the rest of the kids.
First of all, your son is bad. I don't know what kind of training he got. It may have to have something to do with that ragged baby mama you got, but that's not on me.
At the end of the day, this don't got nothing to do with my baby mother. This don't got nothing to do with nothing else but you treating my son differently from the rest of the kids.
Your son is different than the rest of the children. He's not my son.
Now, I've heard of couples like this. They got kids, and one of them are not the biological mother or father. Now, personally, if I start a serious relationship with a woman and she already has kids, that is a package deal, y'all. I feel like I'll be responsible for my woman and whatever my woman comes with. Otherwise, don't get into a serious relationship with someone with kids, because that is a part of their life. But I will say, you cannot expect me to raise your kid. That's not my job. But in this scenario, it's even worse because they already got 3 kids together or whatever amount of kids. Treating the one that's not yours differently is I think that's just so sad for the child, bro. Like, if I'm cooking for my kids and your kid, our kid. I'm taking him in. If I buy presents for my kids, I'm also buying gifts for your kid because I'm taking him in.
Yes.
Let me see what she say.
Like, I told you that from jump.
If you don't start treating my kids,
I told you that from jump. That your child, I will, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna make sure he's straight. Like in regards to he's not gonna hurt himself or get hurt. But I also told you can't expect me to step up and be a mom to somebody that's not mine. I told you that. I don't think I have that capability. We had that conversation.
If this was vice versa, I would be treating your daughter accordingly.
But
Just
you
the
don't
same way I
have to.
treat you.
But you don't have to. But you don't have to because I didn't come to you with no outside children.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we can. I'm gonna let y'all go because I know I'm gonna be mean as fuck. So
I mean, we can pick this apart, but for those of you who have not seen this video, it is 10 minutes long. So there's a lot more in the video that kind of come to light as you watch it. So, but we're obviously not going to play a whole 10 minutes of the dang video on this.
Right.
But the thing is, an aspect of what portion you've seen, I'm thinking she's totally in the wrong. But then you also find out later in the video that it's really, I get the sense personally that it's not so much that she's just being vindictive and not being a part of that child's life. It's that child is not being a part of her life. In other words, that child is telling her, you ain't my mama. I'm not going to listen to you. I'm not going to do any of this. I'm not going to do that. Woo, and just doing this, that, and the third. But, so I think that her attitude from what we've seen thus far has to do with that situation. And by some things that she says later in the video, I don't think it's so much that she just doesn't want to treat him the same. I bet she doesn't have the respect for him as a parent, which daddy needs to make him understand that this is your parent. This is your adult. It may not be your mama. It's just my girlfriend, so it may not necessarily be your stepmama, but it's definitely a motherfucker you need to listen to. And they tell you some shit, then you need to listen to it. And if she does something wrong, then it's my job to represent her, to reprimand her on something where she might be wrong. But other than that, you need to give her the respect as if she was your mother.
Right.
So, that kind of goes twofold, the way that whole situation goes down.
Yeah. However, it's still a child, period. She hasn't bonded with the child more than likely, regardless if he's as she say, bad. You know, he's acting out for a reason. And if he's not feeling that he's accepted, if he's not feeling safe and secure in his environment, that's going to mimic his behavior, period. If he sees that he's being treated differently, he's going to do things to grab her attention, to say, yo, I'm here. Love me. He's a child. It's not the child's responsibility to beg the parent, hey, love me. It's the parent's responsibility to step up and be a parent and show him, you know, no matter what, I'm here for you.
I have a question.
I'll give you 2 words.
Which parent?
Right. I'll give you 3 words. Brady fucking Bunch. Okay. It's the same difference. The exact same difference. But
which parent?
But her, she's the one who is demanding that this child respect her, that this child obey her. But she hasn't established any type of a relationship with that child.
She seems very Banquita-ish to me.
She's
like she's really like ugly with it. And I think that if she has a sit down with the father and the son, like, look, I know that I ain't your mama, but check this out. I am the next adult in this house, and you just have to respect it. If you want to be treated like everybody else, then we got to work together, baby boy. I think it's all about how you handle the situation with the child, because at the end of the day, these
definitely
are kids.
agree with that.
She needs to tell the child that she loves him, first of all.
But maybe she doesn't, though.
That's what I'm saying. She needs to tell him.
But that's okay. But that's okay. The thing about it is that, look, I'm not going to be, come on.
It doesn't have to be. But it's at the end of the day, it's about the child and what the child needs.
Of course.
And it seems like she's coming across like she does not give a fuck. And that's what is going to be reflected back to the child. So he's going to act out like, you know, this bitch doesn't want me. Shit, I'm going to give her hell. And that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
I think everybody here who's old enough, we've all been involved in some fashion with someone that had kids or vice versa. Now, what I will say is, one, he's a pussy, straight up. He's clearly that, because what's up, Angela?
Exactly. Children can sense rejection.
Very, very true.
And there will be repercussions that will take place later on in life. Yes. If that is not handled now, they've got a monster on their hands.
Yeah. But when, like CB said, it's her responsibility. It's as the father. Now, most of the time, and I'm just throwing it out there, the majority of the time, it's a man walking into a relationship with a woman who has children. So it's a lot different. Now, and it happens with, you can't reprimand or you can't discipline my kids. They got a father, this and a third thing. So it creates a divide, especially a man coming in with another boy child. It's very difficult. It's very difficult to navigate that. If the father's around, it's very tough. You have to have full cooperation from both parents. We deal with that far more often because there are quite a few women that end up having to do that shit on their own. In this case, I feel like this man has a boy child. He should be a little more firm. He just sounds a little too passive. I'm sorry, he just sounds like a pussy. And you're whining and complaining and you're recording her, which tells me that clearly you haven't cracked that whip on anybody, because he's not in control of anything, his kid or his relationship. That's what I saw. I saw a dude.
He was putting her on blast, though. He was putting her on blast, and he thought number one, he'd get likes, he would get views, which he did.
You know what? That makes him
has something to say.
He's every bit as big of a pussy as Keke Palmer's dude. That's why he's about to be an ex. When you got to get the internet to give you validation.
The thing is, when he met her, and she said in the video, from jump. Now, when someone tells you from jump, I don't want nothing to do with your kid.
You're right.
Then he should have walked the other way, because when you have a child, it's a package deal. So he knew what he was getting into. He knew she didn't care for his kid. He should have known that she was not the one. And then he turns around and knocks her up, and they got 2 other kids. So
she got a tax check, so.
Yes, she did.
But listen, you killing it today. That's 100% true.
She's probably taking care of his ass.
You believe him, and you don't walk in thinking. Listen, I mean, let's stop all that. I don't know what this clown looks like and all that, and I respect her for standing her ground. But I couldn't let somebody look like that with that many colors of hair, looking sloppy like that, running my show.
Look, the rainbow was giving me a headache. I'm just saying.
When people show you who they are, believe them. She showed him who she was from jump. I told you from jump. So if she's telling you from jump, then you needed to jump your ass out of that relationship and go find someone who would accept your child. Because when you have a child, that's a package deal. If I dated anyone and they couldn't accept the twins, they're gone. Period. Right. Hell to the
now, okay, now let me ask you this. And this is what gets sticky. And see, it's different with men and women. If you dated someone and it was serious and he said, hey, I want to love them like mine, raise them like mine, discipline them like mine, are you okay with that?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm not saying, obviously, because, that's a real tough line to walk, because nobody can do, and I'm not saying woodshed and do all this bullshit, but if they're mine, they're mine. I make no exceptions. And so for people like me, you can't say, yeah, but, because a yeah, but is, I'm going to show you the door. Like you just said, as a man, we need to step up and do that more often. Depending on how you are, you got to be absolute about that, because I don't see any difference. Therefore, there won't be any. If I'm snatching one, I'm snatching all.
Exactly.
I'm taking your soul. But like you said, there won't be any difference. I'm not going to have one Christmas gift over here and then 300 over here either.
Yeah.
So I think we all stand with it. She showed him who she was, and he stayed, which means he a sucker. In the grand scheme of things, he's a sucker.
Mm-hmm. There's another issue that hasn't been right.
Maybe she belongs to the Rainbow Coalition. Okay, leave her alone. Okay,
she ain't had that many kids and doing whatever. Maybe, but even they looking like, yeah, maybe.
Maybe she's trying to get out of that. Okay, that's her way out. It's like, you know what?
Okay, so peep it. If you know, and listen, if anybody's ever walked into a ready-made family, Adwater instant family, you know it's not easy. It's not easy out the gate. Right. You have to have a warming up period, some acclimation, some getting used to it. It's everybody that has a kid thinks the whole world's going to love their adorable darling because it's there. This motherfucker came from you. So of course, but for someone walking into that, you have to let them warm up to that. And as long as they're not mean or cold or whatever, you have to let that happen organically. You can't force them. You guys go hang or take her to the dance or walk him. You can't do that. Let that happen organically, and the love will develop on its own. Yes. But you can't just expect that because I love my kids out the gate. I think, everybody should, but guess what? My kids are special to no one but me and their family and the people that love them. Your kids ain't special to nobody. So when I walk in the door, we have to establish that. But no, you can't come in and pretend it's just, I'm here for your mama, and I don't give a shit if you eat or if you're cold or whatever. That's different. You can do for and still, keep your emotions in check. So in a case like this, I understand why she may be frustrated, because the guy she chose to have kids with is the punk, and he's not manning up about a lot of things, which is why he's an ex to begin with. So he's a sucker. But I mean, she reserves the right, if she's being disrespected. See, that's not going to happen. It won't happen. I'll walk or I'll show you the door before any of that happens. So we wouldn't be talking about why my kid is upset without having that conversation, as a group. So, CBC, I'm with you. What you got?
Moving right along. Now, over in, where the hell did this happen at? Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania has made it to the block, okay? We're always talking about Atlanta. We're always talking about Ohio. We're always talking about some other place, Kansas City. But we got Pennsylvania this time. Okay, so former Wendy's manager invented a fake employee and made $20,000 before being fired. This is what she did. Linda Johnson, a former general manager at Wendy's restaurant in Pennsylvania, has been charged with theft by deception after inventing a fake employee and making around $20,000. Johnson's scheme involved creating a ghost employee named William Bright, whom she clocked in and out at the outlet she managed at Lancaster. Over the course of a year, Johnson manually logged in 128 shifts for Bright, resulting him in being paid $19,898. So this is the thing.
Dang.
Wow. How the hell?
She's a Wendy's manager. Her brain only expands this far. So that right there is some interesting.
Look, it's creative.
Right,
no, it's creative. Fuck that.
It's very creative.
Very
if you had created
props.
Look, this is the thing. If you know that he was getting away with that with one employee, why didn't you just do 10 employees like that? Because at the end of the day, who's managing that but you?
Right.
If you're gonna go big, 20 grand, 20,000 in a whole year.
Right.
Yeah, you got GMs and other people that everybody oversees everything, but it's like the people that get away with the most do it a little bit at a time. So she'd have done this 3-4 years, but you can't mate off everybody and go in and take like 200,000. They gonna notice that shit. You ain't gonna notice $13. So I kind of give her props for that. You know what? Big ups. You got busted, but big ups.
No, that was dumb. Okay, so we're moving on. We're moving on from this one. Roger, this one, I thought about you when I actually pulled this one up because this one is pretty interesting. So, and the description shit is really, really long, but I'm just going to say the nip of it. So, a vegan food influencer by the name of Xana D'Art dies of starvation after switching to a tropical fruit diet. Did you read about that?
No, I did not actually. I didn't.
Okay, so this whole thing is really weird because I'm like, okay, so did she go from just like eating all kinds of shit to eating all fruits? And it's interesting because I have seen her videos on Instagram, and I was just like, okay, like she's really doing the damn thing. I didn't know that one day that this would happen. So this really kind of like hit me in a kind of interesting way. But the former social media personality journeyed into this veganism, which began about a decade ago. And her dedication to the lifestyle only grew over time. However, as the years went by, her eating habits became much more extreme as she challenged herself to take on restrictive diets. While her Instagram feed showcased a variety of foods, her friends claim that for the past 7 years, she exclusively consumed, okay, I'm going to say this word, but I don't know if I'm going to say it right. Durian, D-U-R-I-A-N.
Oh, durian
fruit.
Yeah.
So this level of limitation undoubtedly contributed to the lack of essential nutrients in her diet, leading to the tragic demise.
That was stupid.
You know what? I love it. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
That was stupid.
That's what she was saying.
Can you consider that suicide?
You can consider that stupidity.
From stupidity, yeah, I think that's
okay. So this is the thing. This is the thing. I'm gonna say more like ignorance. Like she didn't know that she would die from this because at the end of the day, you're lacking some serious nutrients.
So you know what that is? That's
stupidity because your body tells you
it's malnutrition. It really is. Yes. So we remember when we were all younger guys, and you would see it on TV after all this bullshit. They would talk about malnutrition. People thought that meant like, oh, starve. No, it means literally, it means you have bad nutrition. So it's not that you're not eating anything, i.e., anorexia and things like that, but you're so limited. Like you said, you don't have the proper nutrients. Look, I tell anybody, if you are an extremist, you're going to go extremely. Because if you cut out protein, don't give me that bullshit about plant protein and all this other stuff, your body is going to start to consume itself. It needs it for muscular development. If you consume only one thing, you're going to be missing out on a whole lot of others. So I have a cousin like that. I talked to him, and he's a little bit older, and he's really big into juicing and fruits and all that. But even he threw in, well, you know, I got to eat a little bit of salmon every now and then. But yeah, I know because your stomach's growling, Kenfo. So it's one of those. The idea of cutting anything that's made specifically for that function in your body all the way out. Look at how many, you know, keto people and the caveman diet and Atkins and all these, they go extreme, and the vast majority of them die earlier than the people they're trying to save. Just balance it out. Have some discipline and self-control. You don't have too much of this.
So. In this case, ignorance is not bliss. It's deadly. And it was stupid because when you don't get enough nutrients,
call people stupid.
She was. I know it's bad to speak ill of the deceased, but it was stupid. There's no other way to put it. Because when you aren't feeling right, your body lets you know. if you're lacking something, your body lets you know ahead of time, whether you don't feel well, you're tired, you're listless, no energy. You start to feel stuff before it happens.
You know what?
Hey, listen, you can't get people on one of their areas of expertise and think that they're gonna go light.
Trey said have a cheeseburger and a smile.
Okay. And if you're on a diet, just don't eat the bread. Just eat the damn burger. But you have to have those nutrients. Your body tells you. Because you feel it. You get when you're like, I have no energy. I need a piece of chicken. No, I can't have chicken. I'll eat some dairy and fruit and pretend it's chicken.
This little chick got a lot of rest today, so she's gonna be on fire all night.
Hey, listen.
And then you wake up dead because you're hungry, bitch. Eat something.
You wake up dead.
You know what? Anyway, moving right along. So I'm gonna go from that to worse. So my deepest condolences to the family of Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, man.
Paul Rubens, he passed away at age 70, and evidently he was going through a private battle with cancer, and he lost to it. So, and
Pee Wee, for better or for worse, we all knew him. We kind of grew up with him. He was goofy and all that. But listen, if you didn't love Pee Wee back then, something's wrong with you. You know,
yeah. I know you are blood mine. I know you are blood mine.
Look, people like Lawrence Fishburne were on there, and they got part of their start on there. There are a lot of famous people that kind of went through Pee Wee's Playhouse, and you didn't even realize it. You look back now and go, damn, like, Fishburne was Cowboy Curtis. I mean, a lot of people. So I may have to go watch, the Pee Wee Herman dance. I ain't gonna watch the whole movie, but.
A lot of celebrities got their start being on children's shows. Morgan Freeman was on the Electric Company.
JJ said to do the Pee Wee Herman dance.
Hey, George said
that. Trey said that. Trey said that.
No, I can't.
That's dope. Oh, Paul Rubens. No, you don't stop that.
I love it. Okay, so so rest in peace, dude. Okay, so moving right along.
Moving right along, nothing.
Well,
we're gonna hold that thought.
Okay, wait a minute.
Oh, and rest in peace to Tony Bennett as well.
And you just premature ejaculating all over the place. Leave alone. The shoes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Had to love it.
BW.
Hey.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I wish we. Hey, if you can find Joe Ski Love later on, George, before the show's over, we got to play Pee Wee Herman at the end. Find Joe Ski. All right, keep going, me. What you got?
Okay, so Judge Mathis has made it to the news.
Uh-oh.
So Judge Mathis denies pulling out a gun on Los Angeles city workers following a dispute. He says that he never showed the gun, let alone pointed at anyone. So you're basically saying, well, I had a gun, and if people
how do I know you had it?
Right. And it's in quote, okay? Never showed the gun, let alone pointed it. So how do other people know that you had a gun if you didn't pull it?
Right, Judge.
Oh,
Judge,
but
I ain't packing like that.
You can see if somebody has a gun on. If they're wearing a holster, I mean, you can tell that.
Yes.
You can tell.
And I didn't get that, but he was like, it's a whole story on it, and I just don't want to read all of it. But the employees allege that He got upset after they asked him to move his vehicle from there. So words were exchanged and the things escalated, and Mathis allegedly pulled out and started pointing his gun at the workers.
Yeah, I don't
So-
believe that.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe that.
Nope.
Hey,
Because
but
he
you got to
knows
remember,
the
he is from Detroit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but,
he
yes, but
He
he's
is from the
also a
hood.
public figure
And I'm
who
telling
is
you
well
something.
known.
He
He
There's
would
no
tell
way
you
he
guys.
do it.
He would tell you guys in 2 seconds. He don't play the radio.
Yeah.
He will do some shit if they mess with him.
But also, he's also smart enough to know if you gangster like that, you know the rule of the streets is don't pull your shit unless you're going to use it. So
Right.
Yes.
I don't believe he pulled it and did this. That's not
Right,
something.
right. He did tell them that he had a weapon. So
Yeah.
he explained, he took the employees' words as a threat, the way they were talking to him, and he only informed them that he had a weapon. He made it clear, and he never showed the gun, and he
There
never
you
pointed
go.
it at anybody.
I believe that.
So
yeah,
because
So,
you
yeah.
know it would be a street camera somewhere with a picture of him pointing. I guarantee you,
Oh, yeah.
that's what
Right.
he did.
exactly.
Yeah, he
that
knows
would
the
be
law. He's
that'd
not
be
going to do this
TMZ
shit.
first page for real.
Right.
Yeah.
Because TMZ is always around where there's celebrities. Like seriously. And I
TMZ
know
Yeah.
that Mathis was just on vacation.
Let me see
with
who that
Magic
was. Oh yeah, that
Johnson
one.
and his
That one
family.
wasn't by TMZ. That one was by the Shade Room. So yeah, I gotta start giving the credits to where I be finding my shit. 'Cause I still be on it.
I believe he did that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So moving right along. The family of a North Carolina woman says that she was killed by a man's wife after he invited her to his house.
I saw that.
And that shit really was crazy. So anyway, a woman was found shot to death at the home early Tuesday morning in Northwest Charlotte. CMPD received a call from Stephanie Alexander, who said that she had just arrived home and shot a woman who was inside of her home. Tyra Crosby, 25, was pronounced dead inside the home. Alexander was still on the scene when the police arrived and was arrested for voluntary manslaughter in Charlotte. She posted $250,000 bond 6 hours later. So she got some loot. So Tanya Hopkins believes that her daughter met a man at a club and was lured to the home and killed, from what they said.
Yep.
She was invited to the home. I know my daughter wouldn't have went knowing it was a married couple or that there was a wife at home. She was lured there by the man who was old enough to be her father, the victim's mother said.
Messy. That's just messy. So he should be in jail too because he's messy. I blame him 100% because he did know he did lure that girl. I'm not saying she was 100% innocent, but anytime listen, man, I gotta admit it sucks, fellas, but it's true. We get lazy as hell. We stop caring, and we don't believe fat means greasy until shit like this happens. Now the wife, on the other hand, she was just fed up because he's done this shit too much. That's why she was so calm about shooting that girl. Because I guarantee you, she caught this dude up a bunch of times, and she was like, you know what? Next time, somebody gonna get that heat, and that's what happened. I can pretty much write this story.
Yeah.
So he should have his punk ass locked up just like the wife. He really should. Now this young girl's gone. Some old Grady motherfucker, and now she's gone because he didn't got his
George, give me the red word, please.
Warning, the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Nick finally started working again, and he decided he wanted some young meat. I hope he get his back blown out in jail, bitch. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah, so moving right along. George,
did
you have something to say, George, about that? No? Keep it moving? Okay, I'm going. I'm going to keep it moving.
And I don't even like 20-year-olds.
Trey said, "Don't be a dick."
Hey, I was born that man grew bigger.
Don't be one, don't eat one.
Funny you would say that.
Oh,
Trey.
Trey, it's coming.
Stick around.
It's
Stick
coming.
around.
It's coming. Okay, so moving right along. A Florida couple is arrested for trafficking young women after bailing them out of jail. This one is pretty interesting.
Hey, you
so the couple is accused of trafficking at least 3 young women between 2019 and 2021. The Metropolitan Bureau of Investigation, MBI, claimed that they kept up the ploy that involved them bailing young women out of jails, giving them a place to live, before advertising them online for potential buyers. The women were then allegedly forced to engage in commercial sex acts with customers, allowing the couple to make upwards of $300,000 over 2 years for the 3 victims. The MBI also claims that Martinez Gonzalez would keep the victims in line with narcotics, threats of violence, humiliating acts such as shaving their victims' heads, control them, la 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 la.
Damn.
How'd they get busted?
I posted your bond, bitch. Now you owe me.
I mean, pretty
over
much.
there and lay down.
That's indenture servitude right there.
Right.
That's what that was.
They were their pimps.
Yes, they would go out on commercial sex dates. Investigators also believe that there are more victims as the couples constantly sought out women. Since their arrest, a judge has set Martinez Gonzalez bond to $45,000. That's it?
He made 300. He's cool. He's out.
Hey.
He's on the streets.
Ordered that he has no contact. Where the hell is this?
I got a picture of this dude. I got a picture of this dude. You want to see it?
Let's
go. In Florida. Was he in Florida? Shut up, nigga. Don't do that. Don't do that to my dude. Don't do that to my
guy. Whatever's wrong with you is no small thing. I want to know how they got busted. How did they get busted? Does it show how they got busted?
It doesn't say how. It doesn't say. Let me see. Elsewhere, records from the Florida Department of Corrections shows that Martinez Gonzalez previously spent 3 years in prison for conspiracy to commit organized fraud of $50,000 or more. As part of an employment benefit scam, Wild Worcester was sentenced to 18 months in prison for her role. So she got a harder hit than he did. He just paid his money and kept it moving.com. Okay. That's all nasty.
It sounds like they won. It sounds like they won on that one.
Yes.
It sounds for real. It sounds like they won.
Sex.
I made $300K and my bond is 45. I'm winning. That's a good deal.
This isn't Florida. Yeah, everybody's involved.
Won.
The judge is involved.
If it's in Florida, say no more.
I told you, Florida.
Everybody's involved in this. Okay, the judge got paid, the freaking DA's office got paid. Everybody is in it. They're in it. It's money. There's money in it.
Yeah, they won.
I will neither confirm nor deny that I've been in different countries and paid off doctors and police people. So it is what it is.
They said they made 300,000. They didn't mention the other 500,000 off to the side in the shoebox.
Right.
Yeah, for real.
That's not cool. That's disgusting. Anyway, so in the case where Fulton County settled with family of the jail inmate who died that was covered with the bed bugs, they settled at $4 million.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to paid. Damn. I don't have any family members I don't like that much, but shit, I might have to. Somebody might have to go.
So Fulton County has reached a $4 million settlement with the family of LaShawn Thompson, the inmate who died in jail on September of 2022. Commissioner Rob Pitt said the settlement was approved during today's Board of Commissioners meeting following the executive session. So this dude died because of bed bugs. Family got paid. That's it. Keepitmoving.com.
So bed bugs ate him? That's
yeah. That's he had mental issues and stuff like that, but they found bed bugs all over him. His whole cell was just this. They just had him in the pit.
That's horrible.
It's a very horrible way to die. And it's really crazy because he had already been there like almost a year when this happened, and the family wasn't really checking on him like that. So now all of a sudden it's like, okay, they found him dead with bed bugs.
Yeah,
or
now
whatever,
we
and now everybody is the family.
That's what I'm talking about. Bullshit.
Right.
Yeah, now you upset because you got there's money involved.
Because you get a check.
He was in there for like a simple freaking misdemeanor. It wasn't even like he was in there for nothing crazy. Like if they had really checked up on him and if it was a mental, issue, then they could have gotten him out, man. Like, my thing is.
Sounds to me like it was probably maggots. They probably killed them and just left them in there to rot.
Yeah.
Either way, yeah, that's a horrible way to go. That's a long.
That is.
It is.
A long, painful death.
Right.
It is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So check this out on our little chick, Carly Russell, who decided that she wants to I was abducted. Okay, so
it was aliens, right? It was aliens, right?
Alabama lawmakers propose felony charges for the fake abductions, as they should. As they should. She need all kinds of charges for that.
She does.
And I mean, we could move from
but,
that.
But you know what? Here's the thing. I do think she should be punished. But let's think about all of the people out there that said black men raped them or hog-tied them or did whatever. Let's think about all the proverbial Emmett Tills of the world, and none of those people got punished. I think she should be punched in her mouth for sure because she's batshit crazy, clearly. But you know what I mean. But again, she's a cute girl. So I'm thinking to myself, she wanted attention that badly, or she crazy as cat shit. One of the two, but she should be slapped a little bit.
She didn't think it through. She did not think it through.
Stuff. She could have spread her wings and fly. I mean, anyway.
She could have joined OnlyFans like a lot of people. You don't need attention so badly that you start to Google how much does an Amber Alert cost? This bitch is new dumb. She's new age stupid.
Yeah.
Come on.
New dumb? As opposed to old dumb?
Yeah, plum dumb. New dumb.
She's new dumb.
I can't feel bad for her. Her family tried to defend her, but even they were like,
oh,
we got
they tried. They tried. They got it.
But the thing is, it's funny when her parents were on the interview and they just asked him point blank, do you believe that there is a predator on the look? And her father was like, absolutely. And then her mother's like, oh, absolutely. So he's like, you gotta look at
hey, they were probably elbowing each other under the table and shit. Man,
the question is, were they all a part of it, you guys think?
Absolutely.
I think they're trying to cover her up.
They're trying to cover her tracks, I think.
Like she just wanted attention.
Yeah, I think her mom really thought she was missing.
Look, she's got a shitty personality. She's boring. She ain't bringing nothing, and therefore she wanted attention. Trey said she's a crackhead. I mean, she had too many of her own teeth to be on crack, Trey. But I do think that she had been sniffing glue. Like I'm feeling something along the lines of she was a huffer with her dumb ass. Wasn't she like a nurse or something?
Huh?
Yeah. Wasn't she like a nurse or something?
Yeah. She was. Yes.
She was a nurse.
Hey,
she had some things going for her. Mental illness.
I've heard. And I ain't trying to throw nobody under the bus, but I heard it's something about dating nurses. It's something about that particular profession that the elevator ain't going to the top. It's just what I heard. But I heard, boy, dating a nurse is like a no-no for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah. I mean,
yeah, my oldest brother, may he rest in peace. He was married to a nurse that was short-lived because she was off the chain.
I heard
she was definitely a challenge. Okay, so
let me tell Jay. Tell Jay she made her family look bad. See what I'm saying?
She did.
If I'd have been on TV, I'd have been like this. If I'd have been on TV, I'd have been telling the news reporter, "I'm gonna beat the shit out of my grown daughter with this belt." That's what I was saying. I would took my belt off on TV and kicked their ass.
Yeah, and I think she was having some issues with her boyfriend or her ex-husband or her ex whatever, and I think it was just a way of her to get the attention or something. Like,
see,
dumbass, Googling dumb shit.
The bar of stimulus has been set so high that these young people don't know what to do. They need that attention, validation. Look at me, and it's ruining them. Everybody wants to be seen now. Everybody wants to be somebody, and it's a bunch of nothings out there trying to get attention. So
yes. So guys, this is my last 411. What are you guys' thoughts on Beyonce's the little dancer that was stabbed to death because he was voguing the Renaissance song O'Shea Sibley? Did you guys hear about that?
No. Do tell.
Okay, so evidently, let's see, I know I got to go fishing for it because I just got that piece of it. I just got that piece of information. I know that he was voguing around the wrong people. Okay, and when you are voguing and doing too much, because of course he was flaunting, really flaunting, and I think the guys that he were flaunting in front of did him, which is what happened. They stabbed him to death. You know, and I don't know if they were like Muslims or something, but he was, you know, in certain cultures, there's just certain things you just can't do.
So my thing is
deserve to die.
Nobody deserves to die, but here's one thing I want to say. This is going to be controversial, and I don't give a fuck. Live how you live, be who you are. But I think that unfortunately, this particular community of people loves to flaunt their lifestyle in front of people. I don't flaunt anything. I don't flaunt my height, weight, color, sexuality, anything in front of people. You see me, you let me move. But I don't get in your face and go, look at me, I'm doing, and then challenge you to oppose me so that I can be a victim. Now, I'm sorry. I'm not saying everybody does that, but far too many do. And they're making the rest of y'all look bad. So all that extra flamboyance around people that you know are tolerant, you're trying people. You're trying.
So JJ got a bit of the 411, okay? So he was dancing with some friends at a gas station while pumping gas, and these guys came up and started this fight.
That's different. That's one of those. I mean, know your surroundings,
right?
But at the same time, and be careful, dude. I tell my girl all the time, because sometimes if you get paid or you have tips or you have cash, stop walking with your fucking head in the clouds, carrying an arm of cash or having a purse full of money. That shit makes me so mad because you never know who's watching you the whole way through, and people get really comfortable, and you just know that sometimes the one time you're not paying attention is the one time it happens. So this is kind of one of those things too. I didn't say it was right or fair. Know your surroundings, know what's going on. I'm not saying that young man wasn't entitled to do that, but look, it costs your life. Sometimes just show a little, just be a little more reserved. It can save you. Do it where you're safe.
You have to read the room.
There you go. Good call.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. And see, that's the thing that and I say all the time, because you know, my daughter is gay, and I've always said, like, you don't have to flaunt in front of people because they don't really give a shit.
Yeah, respect the person, not the preference.
Right. Just handle yourself with respect and do your thing.
My youngest daughter, same thing. My youngest daughter's best friend, a little gay little fella, and they've been friends since high school via video games. It's the only little boy I let sleep in my house and not worry about nothing.
Right.
But he's a good kid, but he's quiet, he's reserved, and I'm fine with that. And I wouldn't let anything happen to him. But here's the deal: if he was in this motherfucker spinning around, sashaying and all that, dog, you on your own, because you're attracting something that that's no different than, and we'll get into this another day. How much is too much? Women showing their body, walking down the street. Nobody has a right to touch you, but you're going to draw a certain type of attention. So this is very similar. You just got to be smart. CB, you just said a great word.
That's like if you dress like Halloween, ghouls will find you. They will follow you. I mean, it's the same concept. Right. So I have a bit of 411.
Let's go.
Lizzo is being sued by her former dancers.
Yes.
For sexual harassment, creating a hostile work environment.
Yes.
And I think that these are disgruntled dancers because they were fired. And two, I mean, it goes against everything that Lizzo stands for.
Well, she had actually also had one of her dancers eat a banana after it was inserted in somebody else's vagina.
Yeah.
Some nasty shit.
Listen. So Lizzo old freak. She nasty. She ain't got nothing to lose, and she going for it. So I can believe that. I can believe she.
Yeah, but you don't impose that on everybody else around you if they're not like that. It's one thing if you're like in an orgy and all y'all doing some shit and that's one thing.
But what's the difference between her and a guy doing it? She ain't got a dick. Yeah, but guess what? She's got power, money, and influence. So she's going to flaunt and use it. It is what it is. I mean, people are people. So don't get me wrong. I'd be traumatized too. Lizzo brought her big ass snatch in front of me and started gyrating. Shit. I don't know how much liquor I would need. Jesus Christ.
Well, Beyonce's tour, when she sings the song "Break My Soul," she does this chant, where she's calling out powerful women. She didn't call out Lizzo on the last
imagine.
Yeah.
Because you know what, for as talented, and she's a very smart woman, and we got to move on. But for as talented as she is and brilliant as she is, if you ask 99 out of 100 girls, do you want to be like Beyonce or do you want to be like Lizzo? They're going to say Beyonce.
Beyonce.
And Lizzo is met. She got a very high IQ, super talented. I know she's had to do some things that are probably, you don't want to mention, and because everybody does in the industry. She's probably had to do a lot more. So it is what it is. But I just think once you're in there, you're in there. You got to do what you got to do to stick around. So that being said,
but the thing is, when you're in the public eye and you think people aren't looking, you should know, especially if you're in the public eye, people are looking. So somewhere there's video of it happening, if it happened. Somewhere there's proof. And then also when you put alcohol in the mix, because we don't know how drunk these women were, how drunk Lizzo was. We just don't know. So when you throw alcohol in the mix, and they might have had some ecstasy pills, like, who hasn't popped them all?
How you know so much about this shit?
And stuff,
Wait, I'm trying to
right.
How you know so much about this? Talk to me. You seem real well versed. I mean,
remember, she is the photographer at the spots.
Yeah,
exactly.
Listen.
The lifestyle thing.
In the building.
She's a lifestyle photographer.
Yes.
The lifestyle photographer.
That's right. I'm Snapchatting the lifestyle. They know me. And they come to me when they want those private shots.
Out their asses. Okay, cool. That's
yes.
Fine. You know what? Hey,
I'm good at what I do.
Get the picture, Scoop.
At some point, we're going to hear some real shit about our sister over here. Okay. All right. Keep it up.
Right. Anyway.
Anybody else got some 411?
Right. Yep. Here it comes right here. Okay. Keepitmoving.com.
Let's go.
Yo, let's get it. Sports and fitness with Roger Hawkins.
Make my titties jump. Hold on. Anyway.
If you don't do some damn push-ups somewhere.
Right. Right. I'm bugging. So it's going to be that time of year. I'm about to get on y'all's nerves because I'm about to start talking about my boys, the chefs. So anyway, we're going through training camp, et cetera. And I was just kind of chuckling a little bit because Travis Kelce got into a skirmish with somebody basically trying to make the team, last time. So that happened. He threw a punch. Andy kind of got on him, but he's a big fish, and so they're gonna come in there and try to earn a spot by trying to check him and do whatever. Don't do that. Don't fuck with your veterans because they are well protected for a reason. So anyway, rookie, don't do that. Don't do that. Anyway, Trey said it's not the club. How about I start a party in the empty goddamn room, Mr. Hampton. It's always the club when I'm around. It is the club. Anyway, you know what? I've been waiting to get at you guys because I want you guys' opinion about something I'm going to get with here in a second. So, I don't know if you've seen it, okay? I don't know if anybody's seen this, but check this out real quick. This young lady, listen, she kind of blessed right there, all right? Antoinette Tony Harris, the first woman to receive a 4-year college scholarship football. Now, my question are, what do you think? How do you feel if that was your daughter or someone you cared about? How do you feel about that, and what do you think? Because again, she's going to play college football at a small college, and I guess she's been doing her thing since high school. She battled breast cancer very early on. She's only in her early 20s, so she's going to be a non-traditional student. She's early 20s. By our standards, she's a little bitty thing, but she's I have to check her height. I think she's like 5'6", 5'5", so not tiny for a woman, but come on, So anyway, what are your thoughts on that when it comes to that?
So she's gonna be playing football with the guys?
College football with the guys.
Okay, that's like some deep stuff right there. Like I could understand if it's like, okay, you know what, let's do the college women thing, but men, really?
Word.
And you're talking about hits, head-on hits, body hits, all these different types of hits. Like at the end of the day, they're gonna treat you like one of the boys. And are you ready for that?
Worse.
Yes.
You
It's
know
a lot
what
of
though?
stuff.
I would imagine this ain't be a first football game with a bunch of other males on the field.
She's been playing since high school.
See what I'm saying?
No, for real. But she's been playing since high school.
And Trey, that's okay for her to even like, okay, play football. Like that's all cool. Let her play. I get it. I totally get it. My thing is, you got to think about. It's almost like women going to the military. Like so much stuff happens with women and the guys. And you know what are they gonna do? Have a special locker room section for her just because she's a female? No, they're not gonna make those provisions for her. I'm pretty sure not.
Okay. So
like, how does that work?
That's a really good point, Mimi. So to date myself, because I'm old. Back when, well, this fool, I can't talk to her right now. To date myself,
we can't even see her right now. So what do you mean?
Right. So when I was in high school, you know, I was a wrestler. I was smaller. My older sister wrestled for a little bit. Now, back then, girls didn't wrestle. Girls. So back in the early 90s, late 80s, it was unheard of. They have women's teams in college and everything. That's amazing. My sister became semi-famous in KC for being a wrestler. Well, they had to make a lot of different concessions and things like that for her. It was really kind of cool. If I find that video, I'll show you guys one day. It's like on VHS from 1,000 years ago. That being said, but when it came down to it, you got to go with the guys. So here's my thing. If my daughter came to me and said that, first of all, this little girl, she's a kicker. I mean, not a kicker, but she's a DB. You can be a kicker. It's cheap shit, girl. It's cheap shit. That's what she has on. She's rocking her cheap shit.
What just happened? Did you go to the bathroom and have a moment? Like what?
Yeah, I think she did. She ain't been drinking, but she been doing something.
she got a lot of rest. I spoke to CB earlier this afternoon, like the sun was up blazing, and it's like, I'm gonna go get me a little nap. And the nap lasted until like 15 minutes before the show.
You know what this is? I know what it is, and I'm about to bust you out, even though I don't know, but I think I know. Remember a week or two ago, last week, CB was like, I'm at the dip out pretty quickly. And now today, she's like, I gotta get some rest in the middle of the day. You know what it is? It's a new sheriff in town, girl. Who dropping dangus? Come on, talk to me. That's what it is.
No.
That's what it is.
I can assure you that is not what it is.
No, hell no. I'm high-fiving whoever it is, my guy. That's what it is. Yeah, she napping in the middle of the day and shit.
Ooh, she be looking for sugar daddy. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm looking for one. If you want to apply, please. I'm accepting applications for sugar daddy.
But look at this. Look how little she. I mean, y'all as women don't know. George, look how tight. Look how tall you think she is.
She looks like probably my height, 5'2".
5'2".
She probably about 5'4". She looks way better in the dress than shoulder pads. Now, I do like lingerie football. I love the women's league because they wear less and they hit hard.
So that's probably where she needs to go. Because a woman's hit is definitely different from a man's hit. And you're talking about big bulk ass men dropping all on top of you. Like, she ain't ready.
Hey, Mimi getting excited. Calm down.
She ain't ready for that shit. I'm seeing so much problems already with that.
I have no bragging or anything because it wasn't me, but I have played with guys that were in the NFL. I have several friends that I played arena football with that were in the league, and the stories they tell. Listen, I used to threaten people. If you hit me like that, I'm going to my trunk. I would threaten other grown men. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm not tiny, but I'm not them. This woman, I tower over her. It's a different world. So she said the same thing. I want to be the first girl in the NFL. Now listen, if my daughter came to me like that, I would say, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to shoot you and your coach. Be athletic. This is real. Look at the grown men who take their own lives because of the damage that's done. I promise you, you could not withstand some of the hits. It's like a small car collision. And I don't give a shit about this wanting to be equal and things like that. That's a 100% hell no. It ain't got nothing to do with you being good enough, or some things you don't want to be equal with me in. This is one of them.
She could be a kicker, but as far as like a full-fledged,
here's the problem, man. Here's the problem. She could be a kicker, but here's the problem. The first time somebody gets an open shot on her, she's in the hospital. She's in the hospital.
Yes.
You guys do not know what it feels like to be hit by an NFL running back or defensive back or line. You don't. It's like being hit by a car. It's just, I can't explain any other way. If you've been bumped by somebody behind you, now imagine somebody running full speed trying to decapitate your ass. You don't know what it feels like. So I say big ups to her. Congratulations. She got the scholarship, and I think that's a big thing. I don't want my children, well, they're too old for that shit now, but I would never want one of my kids to think like that. Yes, she could be.
When she gets that first hit and her ass is laying there out of breath, she's gonna be like, okay, you know what?
But the thing is, there's a reason why we have separate sports for males and females, because our body makeups are different. That's why even with the transgender women, there's controversy on that, whether or not they should be competing in women's sports, because their body makeup is that of a man, not as a woman.
You're right. Well,
fuck that. She's a G.I. Jane of football. I'm all for you, baby. Go ahead, Antoinette.
Shut your ass up, George. You lying mother nigga.
G.I. Jane of football.
Because listen, if that was your little girl,
just because she can doesn't mean she should.
George would be out there just like this. Tackle her.
I sure the hell would.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should. And that's what the bottom line is.
Thank you. How about that?
Yes,
I agree. But I just want to bring that up. I mean, congratulations to her.
But still.
Like, I can go rob a bank, but should I?
That's anybody. What the hell are you talking about?
I have a problem with everything else away from just her getting that. Like I said, just the locker room situations, taking showers, this and that.
No, they have women's locker rooms. That's not the issue.
Ooh, JJ brought up a good point. She brought up a very good point.
What's that?
Then are we looking at a lawsuit if she gets hurt?
No.
Or when she gets hurt?
No, because she's walking in there in a man's sport like a man.
No, it's not even about it being a man's sport. In the NCAA or in any organized sport, NAIA, whatever, you already sign off on that. You it's just like anything. You acknowledge when you join a team the potential dangers, and that you will hold your respective teams and coaches harmless. Look at those contracts. They're contracts so that you can't sue them. So no, if she gets, there have been men who've been paralyzed. If she gets paralyzed, it's on her. And that's why it's not worth it. I am proud that she did as well as she did in high school and made it this far, because I promise you, listen, no disrespect, I went to the Aces basketball game the other day. The Aces are the WNBA champions. Asia Wilson, who has become a friend of some of my family members, she's the MVP of the league. Big, tall, attractive young lady. I watched them play, and some of them were balling, they were hooping. But you know what? No disrespect. All I thought to myself was, I am almost 50. I can still dunk. And physically, they could not compete. They're better shooters. They're better players than I am. Physically, the tallest girl out there, I would body her. God made us like he made us for a reason. And I'm glad that they have their leagues. So like CB said, this whole men changing to women and crossing over, I think all of them should be shot, because you know it's not fair. If I decide to transition and with my body frame, do you know I have a 7-foot arm span? I would kill one of you guys swimming, running, no matter how much suppression drugs I had. I'm already developed as a man. It's not fair. I don't like it. I'm done. But that's bullshit. Anyway, big ups to her. So last thing, I'm gonna say this for all the people out there, and then I want to get into George has got a special treat for me. I'm very I'm happy about it. But real quick, I want y'all to read this, and this is for guys like George and myself, and that's made it out there to some degree. Guys, we gotta have something to shoot for in our old age. Here it is. If you're over 30 and you don't have a huge belly, you're in the top 10% of fitness. George is tall and slim. I'm not tall. If you strength train, you're in the top 5%. Sprinkle in some cardio, you're in the top 1%. Be proud of what you're doing. You're out there crushing. This doesn't mean, listen to me, people, this doesn't mean that you have to be a world-class athlete, do whatever. It just means if you do this on a fairly regular basis, you're in the top percentage of a certain amount of people in the country or the world. So give yourself something to shoot for, guys. Stop trying to be who you see on TV, but just that little bit of statistics right there. That came from a doctor. You know, it gives you something to shoot for. Be that person, be that girl, be that guy. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna get into what you should do, but be that person. Just don't eat a bunch of nothing but fruit and water and fucking drop dead. Like, don't do that. But anyway, that's it for me on the day of sports and fitness. But George got a good one for me. I love my brother for this shit. Get it. And I haven't seen it. It's a surprise to me too.
Nah, don't beef it up. It's just as a video for his new segment, So we got a new segment.
It's my new favorite segment.
We got a new segment that we add into the show for Roger. So here's the intro.
I've already been called out. Go figure.
CB's gonna miss it because she's somewhere playing with herself.
Right, in the bathroom, changing clothes and shit. Oh, yeah,
whatever happened to chivalry? When did it all break down? Seems like everyone's selling their bullshit in this town. Whatever happened to loyalty? Nobody's got your back. Is it your friends or is it your enemies on the attack? Everybody wants to be something they're not and have shit they ain't got. Don't be a dick. Don't be an asshole. Just be nice. You don't have to be that guy. Show some respect. Just be a person. Love one another. You don't need a reason why. Don't be a dick.
Welcome to Does This Make Me a Dick with Roger Hawkins.
I love it. Yeah.
Listen. George called me earlier and he made me promise not to watch it early. So this is my first time seeing it too. It's organic. I fucking love this shit. Oh, that is fantastic. Oh man, I love it, dog. I love it. That's the greatest, man. That's the greatest.
Yes.
You've been talking about it, so he finally had time to do it, man. That shit is so hilarious. I love it. Yes. And do not disappoint. I have to ask you guys, does this make me a dick? So here we go.
Yes.
Shut up. So I read this the other day. So this gentleman was really, really popular. Of course, he's internet famous, blah, blah, blah. Daredevil Remy Lucille, dead at 30. Now, he fell from a skyscraper because, as you guys can see, he did what they do all the time. You know, you get in some really crazy situation and you take selfies, hanging off a cliff, climbing a mountain, blah, 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 blah. But much like Crocodile Hunter and other people like that, they always say, if I die like this, I die doing what I want to do and all that. So if I literally came across that and the first thing I said was, yeah, that's about right. And I kept going. Like, does that make me a dick? Because I'm like, I can't feel bad. And I love the Crocodile Hunter. And I love that. Listen, and I'm just going to say it. Y'all can get mad at me if you want. Listen, for my Caucasian brethren out there, we appreciate y'all. Because y'all experiment and discover shit that we never will find out about because we scary people, and we're not gonna get the funding to go do some of this shit anyway. But that being said, brothers don't even like getting on roller coasters and going up high on elevators and in tall buildings after we get to be a certain age. So you're never gonna catch one of us falling off of some shit like that. If you see one of us at the bottom of the canyon, we got pushed because we ain't doing that shit. I mean, I'm like, I saw it and I'm like, all right, he made it to 30. He's lucky. I'm just, it is what it is. I'm surprised he made it this far. 30 is old for daredevils. It is.
Oh my gosh.
So, I mean, like, I'm not going to shed tears at his funeral. Like, I mean, I'm going to have a drink for him. It is what it is.
Well, the thing is, when you do death-defying things, you can only defy death so many times before death
Undefeated.
wins. So
It's undefeated.
he didn't defy it this last time.
It's undefeated.
That's terrible.
I'm just okay. It just is what it is. It just is what it is. Listen, now I got one more, and then we got to move on. And this is too late. Too late. This is. I want you guys to understand. This is very, very tongue in cheek because I know I'm about to make black women mad as fuck. So, but I mean, it's very tongue in cheek. You know what I'm saying? Like if that's your person or whatever, like I understand, but you can't legitimately expect you like marrying people like that. Like, why would you? Not even being funny. Look, I understand like firefighters and people like that. You know, there's risk involved. But man, would I marry a daredevil or somebody doing that? No. No. I'm like, cause listen, they're gonna make me come.
If there's a paycheck in it for you, yeah. And then you have the, fun.
Man,
no.
Yeah. That would be the only reason.
You gotta wonder what kind of life insurance policy they have.
Right. She's about to get paid. If she's smart, then she would have taken one out on him for $1 million.
Well, nobody is going to say, well, you know what?
10 million. Yeah.
I love going to skyscrapers. This is what I love doing when they're asking you the 101 questions that they ask you when you
it's
want
like the parkour. You've heard that parkour, what's it called? Parkour, where they do the flips off the shit and they jump from go. Same thing. When those guys go over the edge of a building, I go, yeah, that might as well happen. Like, you should always have a designated guy when you go do this shit and perform. What? Have a fucking DD. Because you might not go home. It's no different than drinking. Have a DD. Look, I'm going to go jump off this building and film it. You motherfucker. Can I get your record collection? You might not make it home. I need to be a beneficiary if I'm with you. I'm just facts. Like, I just need you. Okay.
That's not being a dick. That's facts.
Okay. Now, here's the thing. Here's my last one. We got to move on. But I'm going to say something, and I'm only half serious. I'm tongue-in-cheek joking. Now, listen. I want y'all to see this picture.
Prince! I love him. Listen. That's my favorite artist of all time.
Now, this is not for me. This is not for me.
Okay.
But for all the single guys out there dating, does it make me a dick? Because I know they are sad he will never make music again, but secretly happy as hell because that's the only little son of a bitch who's 5'3" and can wear a blouse and steal not only your girl, but your girl and her girl. This nigga can take your broad and her girlfriend. You gotta be a cold motherfucker. There's a lot of haters that are glad he's gone. And I mean, does it make me a dick for acknowledging that? That's a bad little motherfucker.
Yes.
That's a bad little guy.
Yes.
Listen.
Yes. 100%.
I hate that he's gone. I hate that he's gone.
Yeah.
Yes.
But there's a lot of haters out there that's like, oh shit. And there'll never be another man in a puffy shirt that can take my chick. And that little son of a bitch could do it. Dude, he's wearing the same kind of heels as they are. His shit's higher. He's 3 inches shorter than both of them. He got both of them. And he can literally be like, listen, I can either fuck both of y'all, or I can make both of y'all pour ice cream on me, lick it off, and then go to bed. Do you know how bad you gotta be to do that?
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot. It's a lot of dudes out there mad as hell because they glad.
I loved his sauce. He was really saucy for such a small dude.
Yeah,
5'1". He was 5'1".
Yeah.
He had a huge presence,
Yeah.
When Prince was in the building, it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
I know some people that eat at an all-you-can-eat buffet that probably take shits taller than Prince, but Prince was huge. He was amazing. So anyway, I saw that picture and it immediately came to my mind. I bet there's some haters out there glad he's gone because their women are safe now. That's a damn shame. Anyway, I'm done. George, brother, I love you for that new segment intro. That's the shit.
That was cool.
Yes, I love it.
That was cool. It's beautiful.
Oh,
it sums it up so greatly. It really does. It's just, that's about the truth of it. Okay, look. I know y'all probably didn't do the homework I gave y'all last week, but I'm going to ask you jokers anyway. Did anybody watch
last week?
But I also texted us secretly and on the side, you see right there, you must either been digmatized or drunk. Because do y'all not remember me texting you guys and saying to watch something?
First, I gotta say, not even close.
I'm out.
No, not time. Not tech. Time.
Technical foul. That's a technical foul, Jay.
That's a
technical foul.
Roughing the passer.
No, Usher could never take his place.
That's a technical foul.
Ever.
Here's why. I get what you're getting at, but Usher, when he was younger, he's a bad boy. He's talented. He's all that. Now he's just an old nigga that can still sing. When he was young, he had him going and all that. No, Usher, like a lot of people wanted, he idolized Mike and Prince and all that. But as far as being a replacement, no,
never.
No. Mm-mm. He's not even close.
Not
Usher still kind of he was messy back in the day like that. Not even close. You can say he's a Prince or a Michael disciple, but replacement, we I'm trying to think who could even be close in terms
nobody.
Of like nobody's got that sex appeal, talent, the confidence and diminutive. Fucking no one.
Nobody really.
I mean, when you talk about live
instruments,
live instruments, playing and like, we haven't met him yet. That person hasn't been born yet.
No.
So Usher kind of wanted to be. He kind of wanted to be like okay. Well, see, we went on that, but nah. Listen, Kiki's a hood rat. Kiki's a hood rat. She also has a punk ass beta male who's her baby daddy now. He's a pussy. But
Chris
Trey,
Brown.
I hate Trey so much. Hey. Eddie Kane Jr. Eddie Kane Jr. Yep.
Let me know that you understand. Is that
oh my God. Okay, so no. First of all, there is no comparison at all to Prince, period.
Yeah.
He's gone. Anybody try to come out like Prince is they're gonna get thrown rocks. They're throwing shit on the stages now. So
talented like
they weren't even trying to compare Miguel to Prince.
Okay. I can see guys like Miguel and little guys like Miguel and Bruno. They are disciples. They are disciples of the school of Prince.
Yes.
But there will just never be another. There'll never be another Prince. There'll never be another Michael. There'll never be another. There's certain people you ain't gonna be.
There'll never be another me. Damn it.
There'll never be another.
Definitely not.
I'm TV, bitch.
Not this. Not.
Well. Speaking of
another you.
I mean, I can see Miguel and Bruno, but again, without Prince, these guys wouldn't exist. You know, these are once in a lifetime people.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get another one.
Just like me.
All right, Jay, we're gonna put you in timeout.
No.
Hey, Jay, get out.
Jay, that's my boy. Jay, you know what? Don't get kicked out before you get welcomed in, okay?
Kinfolk, I don't even know you, but you deserve it. Nigga, please, for that one. For real.
That's my guy. That's my business partner. Jay,
I love you, Sam. I love you. Come on. Really? Hey.
Right.
See, now you're being funny. Yeah. Okay. We good now. We good. Hey, you better be. Prince is firm. Prince's perm alone was whooping the Weeknd's ass. So I ain't saying he ain't talented, because he is talented. But come on, until you can have a perm, some satin, some matching boots on. Come on, son. Come on. The Weeknd looks like fucking Huey and Riley from the Boondocks. So my guy, he ain't touching Prince. And I fuck with the Weeknd, but not like that. He ain't Prince Roger Nelson.
Oh, Lord.
I got my damn pinky up now. Jay like this nigga.
Let me take a sip of that.
I got our joke for the day.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Y'all see my face. Y'all see my face.
All right.
What?
If the blue house is next door to the red house and the green house is across the street from the red house and the blue house, where's the White House?
In Washington, D.C.
You got it. You must have heard this.
I've never heard this joke before. I've never heard this joke before, believe it or not. Y'all know I love comedy. I've never heard that goofy shit. But
she just made that up.
And then she made us stop and think about it too, so now I'm even madder.
Anyway.
Well, because of that, then you get one more because you got it. All right. So this chicken walks into a library, right? And she goes to the librarian and she goes, book, 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 book. And so the librarian shows the chicken all these different books. And so the chicken was like, oh, you know, she decided to pick a book for her friend Frog. So she went home to the swamp.
Who did that?
Was like, and she gave the book to Frog and she was like, book, 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 book. And then Frog took the book and said, read it.
Okay, now you can get rid of her. Now I'm mad. Now I'm mad.
Oh, come on. That was funny.
That was terrible.
You know what?
Read it.
Ready, Jay? Ready, Jay?
I know, Jay.
You laughing at this shit?
Don't encourage her. Don't encourage her.
Shit, man.
Come on. You're killing me. Small.
Oh, come on. That was good.
Okay. CB, did you do what I asked last week? No, you did. Did any of you guys do what I asked?
Watch The Coney of Tyrone? Yes.
Did you watch it?
With Jamie Foxx. Yeah.
Okay. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure because I just wanted to make sure because I wanted to pick CB's brain on it, but y'all's too. But I wanted to make sure you guys watched it because I know we were all over the place.
So I didn't, but anyway, go ahead.
Amy, you ain't got a damn TV.
Shut up. Too big.
She got a flip book and shit. You know, you draw the flip book back in the day and you see
Man, you know what? I had a passenger this week and I picked her and her boyfriend up from a dinner. You know, it looked like it was at a really nice restaurant. And she was like really crying her eyes out when I picked them up. And I overheard her conversation and she was upset because, so she was out to dinner with her family. Her sister was with them. And so they were starting to order the food, right? And then her sister looked at her and she said, girl, you better watch what you order because you know you're broke. And she was so embarrassed that her sister called her out like that. And she was crying her eyes out. And I just felt so bad for her, you know. And after she got off the phone, and I don't know, as an Uber driver, we are also therapists in some in some way, because I just could not say anything. So as she was exiting the car, I said, you know what? Don't ever let anybody steal your joy, ever. And don't ever let anyone make you feel like you're less than. You're not. I said, you're awesome. Just show them how you can shine. Don't let them take anything away from you. And she was so grateful, you know, and that's just so bad. You know, people who do that to other people are miserable fuckers. They're just miserable. And they want everyone else to be miserable around them. Have you noticed, like, if you're in a relationship and then you talk to your friends who are not in relationships and they encourage you, to leave your relationship and sit over there and be miserable with him.
Hey, that part. Single people are the number one cause of breakups.
Trey said, "What's wrong, G?"
I got a question.
Oh God, what happened?
Where in the hell did that come from? I'm sitting up in here like, oh.
It was random, but we went with her. We were going with her. It was random.
Like we sitting around talking about the Super Bowl, and what we're going to talking about foul ball and left field.
World Series or some shit. I mean, hey, I thought it was going somewhere with you know what? Look at this. Somebody come in and look at this.
Hey, that's what being live is all about. Real life happens.
Okay.
Yeah, real life is happening.
Yeah.
I know, George. So can we just do this?
Now, let's check out the movies with Crystal C.B. Booker.
Well, hey, everyone. Hello, all my movie people out there. There are movies at the movie theater. You should go watch them. They're really good. Now, what was your question, Roger?
What the today? I love it. Okay, so I should be introducing CB because last week, guys, I posed to my family a question. I want everybody to watch They Clone Tyrone because I want to know what you guys' thought is on that. Now, if anybody knows me, I'm heavily into conspiracy. I'm heavily into the shift in the country and the world. I'm big on that. I'm serious about it. I delve into it a lot of ways. But what did you guys think of the movie? Be it from an acting standpoint, from a message standpoint, what'd you think? I know Trey, yeah, bro. I know. You gotta go with us, man. You know how we do. You just gotta roll with this shit. So anyway,
you never know what you're gonna get.
You know, I took it from a message standpoint because that shit was batshit crazy, and so damn look, ain't you know what? I'm somewhat of a conspiracy theorist my goddamn self, but you got to be one twisted motherfucker if you think that was actually happening.
Yeah,
you know, first of all,
but
so
think about it.
But what?
What's his name? The senator, Mitch McConnell.
Mm-hmm. He's not a clone. He's a turtle. Leave Franklin alone.
Bro, he's a clone. He malfunctioned so bad on the news, they had to walk his retarded ass off the damn stage.
He's just
not
stupid.
That does not mean he's a clone.
He's this.
He had a medical episode. They said he suffered a stroke. Having a stroke is not. So I guess when I look like I'm having a stroke, I look like I'm a clone too. I'm like, come on. He's not a clone.
But see, you're not okay. So you're not part of the plan though. Like, did y'all see? George was talking about the metaphors and just kind of the messages, the hidden messages. Like,
yeah, I was completely all about that.
Yeah,
the whole message because
I
feel like that a lot. They program society without society realize that they're being programmed.
This is true.
So I mean,
I'm a hard believer of that.
Yeah, i.e. subliminal. You're not supposed to know.
Exactly.
You know, it's like when you're at the movies and they show like the concessions and everything right before the movie starts, because subliminally it's telling you, oh, you want a Coke and a smile and you want a hot dog. No pun intended. But you know, is and then you start to think, I really would like a Coke and a smile. And you know, and you go get one.
True. Okay, so y'all telling me that if they are pitching the fact that they know for a fact in the hoods they have pressed perms on what have been said about black women in perms? If you were getting them shits in the 60s, 70s, 80s, look at the link and the connection to cancer in Black women.
The creamy crack. That's what they call it, creamy crack.
The same thing with chicken. They know that you coloreds, you coons love y'all some fried chicken. And
yes,
so,
that's my guilty pleasure. Give me some chicken. Give me a chicken leg right now. I will eat my chicken. Yes.
What they have them doing? What they have them doing? Same thing with how you gonna show pimps and hoes? They showed the worst.
Well, in Pootie Tang, that's how they got the people to get the little dicks in Pootie Tang, because they were drinking the malt liquor, and they put the stuff in the malt liquor that shrunk your little happy dudes.
What? And I love Pootie Tang, so I'm having a great time with this. But did you guys catch? Now hear me. Did you catch the subliminal message of the whore in the beginning who quit? And what did she say? She said, "I've got something better," and she was screaming blockchain. Now here's where it gets serious. They have to tell you the truth, but they have to hide it. So when she was talking about blockchain, she was talking about digital currency, crypto, and the fact that we're off the grid. If y'all missed that, you missed the message. Yeah, Jamie Foxx looked.
No, I caught that.
Exactly. She was yelling blockchain. What horror says blockchain? She said, "I've got something better." So they were trying to do self-help while showing you what the government really does to us. And as campy as it was pretty damn profound if you saw the few hidden meanings, why his original body stayed and aged, but he cloned himself because he sold himself out. Like, he sold out. So what you're doing is you're using pimps, prostitutes, drug dealers. She said, you're a little happy dude. Something wrong with CB. Yeah, she CB on one tonight. She's on 2 tonight. You little happy dude. I don't know how I feel about that.
Look, little happy dude sounds better than saying little dick, don't you think? Little happy dude.
First of all, you're gonna get a karate chop in the throat if you look at any man in his face and call it little any fucking thing, whether he got one or not. I'm just saying. You might get, but little happy dude.
Teeny weeny. I don't want no short dick, man.
Hey, that sounds like a personal problem, baby.
Oh my God.
That's really a song.
That is a song.
Oh, trust me, we know, but listen, hey, Mimi, I can't. Mimi, listen, can you talk to her? Because
I don't know what's going on tonight. She got a lot of rest.
It's the lunchtime delight.
The heart wants what the heart wants, and the heart don't want nothing teeny weeny.
She didn't have her mouth toe out. She didn't have her mouth toe out. Now she own one. Now she like he probably he tore her mouth out. Now she like I gotta sleep at noon.
What?
What else for the movies? Anything else?
But I need y'all to watch that. Listen, I need y'all to watch that. Let alone the movie critic over here. I need you guys to watch that and pay attention to the subliminal messages, not the fucking hairstyles and all that other bullshit. Watch it a couple of times.
The name of the film is called They Cloned Tyrone, and it's starring Jamie Foxx. And you know, it's a wild ride for sure. But kind of piggybacking off of that. Now, one thing I did want to say is that the writer's strike is still going on several months in. And the thing is, I really started to think about what's really at stake with the writer's strike. Because when you really think about it, they're basically the last stand. That's what stands between, humans and AI, literally. Because when you think about it, and these big companies don't want to negotiate because they think AI is going to write all the scripts from now on. But a machine is not going to be able to write about being in a romantic relationship because they can't relate to that. They can't write things that tug at the heart because they don't have one. So to me, there's no replicating that. You can't. But what's crazy is that there was a podcast where I forgot what his name was, but he interviewed an AI, and he was asking the AI questions, but he was having the AI answer the questions as a celebrity. So he would ask a question. He was like, "So I want you to answer this next question in the voice of Morgan Freeman, and the AI did it. I want you to answer this question in the voice of Reese Witherspoon, and the AI did it. So the thing is, Tom Cruise does his own stunts, but who's to say that in the future they won't do the AI and just, do CG and show him doing stunts that way, or any other actor for that matter?
Well, first of all, you got to realize Tom Cruise don't do his own stunts
anymore.
But the thing is, he did. He studied.
So
he studied and he did what he had to do, regardless. So there was a point when he did. Right. Can we all agree on that?
He did. He did a lot of. He did majority of his stunts, but there were some stunts that
we can agree that he did his own stunts.
Right. Well,
the point is, he did his own stunts. Doesn't matter if he did all of his own stunts, but he did do his own stunts. That is the point. Anyway, so I'm saying,
George, you're gonna get your ass cut.
So I'm saying,
hey.
I'm fucking dying.
So what I'm saying is that, what's really at stake, it's really serious.
Yeah.
It's not just about the money. It's about, it's the whole principle of the whole thing.
So okay, my question is, what do you think is too far? Because this is something I think about a lot as well. Everything, technology, AI, and all that, it's a gift and a curse. It's a gift and a curse, but you have to ask yourself, what's too far?
That is true. JCL, he made a really good point. Who's to say that AI starts to war using the president's voice? Like, seriously. That is where we're at as far as AI is. It's crazy, and it's.
But you have to think that the creators of, in theory, have probably put in and implemented a kill switch or a program that inhibits AI from doing that. So whoever created has to have a stop button that says, hey, you know what? You can do all of this, and here is the one thing you can't do. So that's a hard program. It has to be, because you're right. If you think about the fact that something has the ability to learn on its own over and over and over again, what stops it from becoming sentient? What stops it from becoming sentient is a command, a string, a program. Now, if it can override that is the question. That's why I feel like
it could.
At some point,
look, I feel like we're talking about iRobot.
Yes.
But art imitates life.
Good point. Another good film that we definitely should watch for research purposes, education purposes, to get ourselves prepared, because that is something, even though it's a movie, that is something that could essentially happen. You have to really wonder. We are in a technology world right now.
Yes.
If all of our cell phones, if someone decided to turn off our cell phones, a lot of us would be fucked. Like, seriously.
Yeah. A lot of people, and you're right. Listen, guys, you got to understand, art imitates life. As Jay said, AI is continuing to learn from us. But here's the problem, brother. Not only is AI learning, AI can surpass you, because AI has the ability to do billions of calculations where you can do 2. You can't keep up with that. That's like you.
Accountants could lose their job. There could be so many jobs lost to
what
AI.
I tell you guys,
it's already happening.
Yeah.
Right. So at what point are you going to be stuck in your house at the mercy of a robot telling you can't come out your front door between the hours of 9 and 5? Real talk. And people don't think it can happen, but it's happening so slowly that you're getting comfortable. You will not rock me to sleep. So I know people think I'm out of my mind, but I'll bet you that I'd rather be caught with than without. I'd rather be prepared and not need it and not be prepared. And that means
you're just in denial.
You have to be willing to not utilize anything that they're offering you. If you get something,
they're already using AI to determine who gets a loan and who doesn't, who gets a bank account and who doesn't. They're using AI technology to screen people.
So guess
who gets
what?
To live where they want, and who gets
to
buy what they want.
Yourself,
it's already.
You better position yourself to not need it. That's the problem. if you position yourself to not need this,
yes,
doesn't matter what they use. But here's the thing: 98% of us are not ready. People say, "Oh, if this happens, I'm going here," and not to get all serious on y'all, but to get serious on you. If you're not prepared to be able to do everything without the assistance of a keyboard, you're fucked. You are, and I mean, it's just the truth. They have robot police. Look.
Yeah,
Jay
Twitter is X now. Twitter's not even Twitter anymore. It's X.
Jay is on it. Yeah, it's X. So check it out. They have been taking robot technology and androids so far that they have robots now that can run, jump, and shoot, mimic human and animal movements, and they shoot so accurately at their respective targets that not only do they not miss, but they also lock in. It's kind of like, remember when RoboCop came out in the 80s?
Yeah,
that shit's real. Guys, they are giving you they're predicting the future, and we're not looking at it like entertainment. That shit's real. That is scary to death. I don't want anything that can't feel or be emotionally charged when it comes to
no.
You know, you got to be logical, but at the same time, think about how many children wouldn't have been saved if a soldier didn't see them in the cold or whatever. A robot isn't programmed to feel sorry for a small child.
Yeah.
So it's a gift and a curse. It really, really is. Too much of anything is not good.
That's why they did a recall on a lot of these self-driving cars because they couldn't, decipher between someone crossing a street or someone's jaywalking. If you're jaywalking, you're fucked.
Look, guys, everything is a setup. It's almost like Barack Obama's picture being in a freaking The Family Guy and little freaking Stewie in them, and that picture being up on the wall, freaking decade plus before he was even the president of the United States.
Listen, if you really want to know the future, watch The Simpsons. I ain't even bullshitting. Watch The Simpsons.
Yeah.
If y'all don't think time travel is real, I know we sound crazy as hell, but if y'all don't think that time travel is real, or if y'all don't think somebody's come here and all that, watch The Simpsons. If you go back 30 years, they have predicted everything. Elections, corruption, they predicted everything. If you mean to tell me ain't nobody that smart or that creative. So if you don't believe that we're in the Matrix, we are. I mean, live like you do, but you have to be prepared for the game. It's a big game. People get all precious and serious about this shit.
The red pill and the blue pill is real, okay?
Yeah, real. Don't take it too seriously because nobody makes it out alive. But you better get your shit together.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%. Yep. Listen, Jay, my man, I'm trying to tell you.
Yes.
Jay is about that life. Jay understands what I understand. It goes deeper than that, brother. They have nanotechnology. They legitimately have quote unquote computers and robots that are damn near subatomic, can go intravenously and perform operations in your body and be controlled. So if y'all think that there isn't science out there that can do everything, you're crazy. You're crazy. See me, hey, Jay, when I come, where Jay live? When I come,
we in Georgia. He's in Georgia.
I fucks with Jay. Jay, me and Jay, we right here. We ain't never met. We right here.
Yes. Yeah, Jay, George, and Roger, all in the tech world.
Jay,
all tech.
I'm with you, brother. Listen,
yes,
I'm all about the conspiracy. I don't trust shit. If you think you're getting something for free, you must be dumb. That's why they call it free dumb. I promise you, anything that looks too easy and too good to be true is, and that's real. But all that to say, check out these movies and TV shows we're talking about, because believe it or not, they're trying to give you the tips without compromising themselves. And so they clone Tyrone is probably the latest of it. And it's funny because everybody like, Jamie Foxx is wild, blah, blah, blah. But look at all the shit he's been through recently. And then they released the movie. You think that shit's coincidence? It is not.
Right.
The entertainment industry gives a lot of little gems, but people aren't paying attention because we're too busy being entertained by the colors and the goofy hair, and they doing the pimp shit and all that.
And Beyonce and her daughter dancing and all this
stuff.
I don't
care about none of that shit.
All that entertainment shit and your attention is over here while there's all this other shit happening over there that we're not paying attention to.
Oh, that's why I the only time I look at things because I get news feeds and I want to talk with you guys about it. I don't look at that shit on a daily basis. I watch and listen to very little entertainment.
Yeah,
it means nothing. What you got, G? What you got?
That's
yeah. You know, George and jumped in the lab and shit. Guys, pay attention. Pay attention.
Picolissimo. Okay.
Holy shit. Are you guys looking at this? Oh, no doubt, Jay. No doubt. I got family in Atlanta, so I promise you this. No doubt. I know there's really no sound. Is there no sound, George? But
yeah, there's actually no audio on this.
But it doesn't matter, guys. Are you paying attention to this? This is a drone smaller, the size of a quarter. Now, if you can imagine, I used to be an engineer at American Airlines back in 2001 when the towers went down, blah, 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 blah. I had drawings that I was creating to show people how drones could be used and covered up with 3D to do what they did. And very few people believe what I was talking about. And I'm not saying that I know everything and I'm this great mind of the 20th century, 21st century, but this is the kind of shit I'm talking about. This stuff happens under our noses. And we're dicking around worried about what Young Miami's doing. I don't give a fuck if she takes a long walk off a short plank. The city girls can drop dead. I don't care. I don't give a shit. She's, they want to distract us so that they can do stuff like this. Do you understand? We don't really have a say in things. We don't. You have to learn how to stay in the game long enough. It ain't nothing. It ain't about winning. We ain't gonna win. You're not designed to win.
You gotta stay woke. Don't sleep.
But I mean, the truth is, there's so much stuff going on that you don't know about. The technology is freaking. It's incredible.
Yes.
And the fact that we are embracing our very overthrowers. We're embracing that, and people think it's great. Oh, AI is wonderful. Let me ask Chat GPT all this shit. That's cool to a point.
Yes.
There are going to be people that are going to get rich off of it, but the vast majority, the 90th percentile, are going to be destroyed by it. You're going to get rocked to sleep. Life's going to get easier and easier. You're going to get weaker and weaker. You're going to become more dependent, and they're going to burn you. That's why I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. I gotta rely on this. So, watch some of these movies, even the old ones. Watch iRobot. Watch They Clone Tyrone. Like there's some messages there. There are.
Yes.
There's real live messages.
Check Demolition Man with Wesley Snipes.
True masters of flight. Small, lightweight, and highly maneuverable. Scientists have been taking inspiration from our six-legged friends to try and create flying robots of the same size. But it's proven difficult because when you get down to the insect scale, it's hard to generate enough thrust to carry your own power source. But there's a new robot in town that's creating a bit of a buzz. This is RoboBee X-Wing. It's got a wingspan of just 3.5 centimetres, and it's about a quarter of the weight of a paperclip. At this scale, batteries are just too heavy to be carried on board, so the researchers used ultra-lightweight solar cells. These generate power and send it to a control board that operates a pair of piezoelectric actuators, clever materials that work a bit like a muscle and contract when a voltage passes across them. By sticking two actuators together, they bend back and forth to flap the bot's wings.
3, 2, 1, go. Oh, that went really close to me.
These seminal flights lasted for less than a second and required more than twice the energy contained in sunlight. But they represent an important milestone for flight at this scale, and even supersede the thrust efficiency of living insects. There's certainly still room for improvement, The aerodynamics of the wings are not as efficient as a real insect's. And of course, the controls that insects pack into their tiny compact brains are a long way off for Robo-Bee X-Wing. But this model produced more thrust than it needed, and in the future, that could be used to carry controls, sensors, maybe even some sort of battery. The hope is that these miniature robotic insects will one day be able to achieve continuous outdoor flight and help with environmental and disaster monitoring.
Shit.
Perhaps
Bullshit.
even
Right.
in a school.
Bullshit. They ain't trying to help nothing.
No. That shit's gonna be watching every goddamn move you make.
Big brother, man, you can't listen. Guys, I'm trying to tell you. First of all, when they said that shit was 3 centimeters, you understand 1 inch, because we're Americans, so we don't do this. 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. So those machines were just a little bit more than an inch. They're like an inch and a quarter. They're this big, doing all of that shit. For real, for real.
Yes.
So you have to understand where they're going with that. And that ruse of, they'll be used to oversee and help bullshit. That's called
So try this on for size.
Well, we got 5 minutes.
So how long do you think it took? How long do you think that actually worked and existed before they posted a video about it?
Yeah, a long time. They don't post nothing until they've had it perfected for a couple of years. You're right. So that's been that's old news already.
Right.
And that video was in 2019.
Wow. 4 years. So guess where they are right now? Yo, we trying to tell y'all.
That may not have been a mosquito that bit you yesterday.
I mean, it's not funny, but
I'm just saying.
Like this is where we are, guys. This is where we are.
saying.
So I need y'all to get on board. This scares people. A lot of people check out because they go, I ain't worried about that. But I bet you if your favorite grocery store or gas station or whatever closed down, you'd be worried about it. Be worried about it. Be worried about it. Like your control, your life is not going to be yours. So I know we got into this, but you guys need to be aware because there's a shift coming.
Right. Well, guys, we have like 3 minutes or 4 minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be the first one to say one love, God bless. It's been nice. It's been super educational tonight, guys. So I don't take any of this for granted. I actually soak it in and then go do research. But one love, God bless. See you guys next week.
Hey, I'm a prepper. So look, I'm trying to get ready for everything. It doesn't matter if the power goes off tomorrow. Brother trying to be ready. But considering my drink is broken, love y'all. Take care of yourself. Get y'all on the flip side.
Hey, look, we didn't even make it to the whole half of our show. It was a hot night. We got a whole half a show we didn't even make it to.
Right.
But you know what? We had a hype crowd tonight. Love you guys. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Peace, love, and hair grease.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Jay and everybody else. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yes. Thanks, everyone. Everyone, thank you so much for rocking with us tonight. We come to you every Wednesday as your Midweek Motivator, offering you music, motivation, conversation, laughter, and a whole lot of fun. Hopefully you got that and then some, but don't forget to like us and subscribe. In order for us to do more and bring you more, we need you to do more. Please like us and subscribe, share our show, get the word out. We are here. We are elevating. We're on the rise. CB and the Boys. Go to cbandtheboys.org. We'll see you next week. Same time, same station. Goodbye.
Okay.
Somebody got something to get back to.
CB and the Boys left the building.